What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Tom Spotlight. First up, the entertainment world is making some serious noise. We're talking about a massive star-studded event, the Together for Palestine concert, where incredible talents like Benedict Cumberbatch, Florence Pugh, and Riz Ahmed took center stage at London's Wembley Arena. This wasn't just a concert. It was a powerful display of solidarity, raising vital funds and awareness for humanitarian efforts. They brought together musicians, artists, and activists for an unforgettable night, and the energy was absolutely electric. But the action doesn't stop there. We're diving deep into the speeches that echoed through Wembley Arena, featuring powerful words from Palestinian journalist Yara and the sharp insights of Mehdi Hasan. These voices, alongside so many others, delivered messages that resonated far beyond the concert hall, highlighting critical issues and demanding attention. It was a night where art met activism, and the impact was undeniable. Now, let's switch gears to the world of comedy and awards. The legendary Amy Poehler is calling out the Oscars, and she's not holding back. She's slamming the Academy for consistently overlooking comedy films and the incredible talent that brings them to life. Poehler, alongside her podcast guest Olivia Colman, and even a cameo from Benedict Cumberbatch, is making a strong case for why comedy deserves its moment in the spotlight. Get ready for some sharp takes on Hollywood's biggest night. And that's just a taste of what's buzzing in the world today. We've got a packed show with incredible stories that you won't want to miss. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to Tom's Spotlight, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's get into it. Hollywood stars unite for Palestine in a night of powerful solidarity. The entertainment elite has spoken, and their message is loud and clear. Silence is not an option. A constellation of stars, including Oscar winners Benedict Cumberbatch and Florence Pugh, alongside acclaimed actors Riz Ahmed and Damon Albarn, converged at London's iconic Wembley Arena for the Together for Palestine concert. This wasn't just a musical gathering. It was a deeply moving and powerfully charged event aimed at raising crucial funds and awareness for humanitarian aid in Palestine. Curated by the visionary Brian Eno, the 4-hour spectacle featured a breathtaking lineup of musicians, artists, speakers, and activists, all united under one roof for a common cause. The air buzzed with an electrifying energy as performers delivered passionate speeches and captivating artistic expressions. Riz Ahmed kicked off the proceedings, emphasizing the global solidarity emanating from local voices. By the time the concert was in full swing, it had already amassed an astonishing £500,000, with organizers urging even more support. The event showcased the incredible work of Palestinian artists, including Gaza-born director Malik Matter, whose art was displayed throughout the night. Even Holocaust survivor Stephen Kapos drew powerful parallels between historical injustices and the current plight of Palestinians, delivering a speech that brought the audience to tears. The event also spotlighted the bravery of Palestinian journalists, with journalist Yara delivering a poignant tribute to her colleagues lost in Gaza, and Mehdi Hasan fiercely criticizing Western media's silence. Benedict Cumberbatch, alongside playwright Amr H. Lehel, gave a moving reading of a Mahmoud Darwish poem. Francesca Albanese, the UN Special Rapporteur on the occupied Palestinian territories, received a standing ovation for her address, condemning governmental complicity and urging continued action. Florence Pugh echoed this sentiment, stating, "Silence in the face of such suffering is not neutrality. It is complicity." The concert raised a staggering £1.5 million, demonstrating the immense power of collective action and the profound impact of art and advocacy. Stay with us as we unpack more of the powerful speeches from this monumental event. And next, we're hearing directly from the front lines of journalism, with unforgettable words from Yara and Mehdi Hasan. From stage to screen, unpacking the powerful voices at Together for Palestine. The Together for Palestine concert at London's OVO Arena Wembley wasn't just a fundraising powerhouse, raking in an incredible £1.5 million, but also a platform for some of the most compelling speeches of the year. Beyond the chart-topping musical acts like Damon Albarn, Bastille, and Pink Pantheress, it was the spoken word that truly captivated the 12,500-strong sold-out crowd. Benedict Cumberbatch, Florence Pugh, and Riz Ahmed were just a few of the A-list actors who graced the stage. But it was the raw, unflinching messages from figures like UN Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese and journalist Yara that left an indelible mark. Albanese delivered a standing ovation-worthy address, reminding attendees of the ongoing suffering in Gaza and the West Bank, stating, "As we gather here tonight celebrating life and hope, many Palestinians are holding their loved ones in makeshift tents, waiting for the next bomb." Pugh's poignant declaration, "Silence in the face of such suffering is not neutrality. It is complicity," resonated deeply. Cumberbatch, alongside playwright Amor H. Lehel, offered a powerful reading of Mahmoud Darwish's poem, "On This Land, There Are Reasons to Live." Palestinian journalist Yara drew massive applause as she condemned the deaths of over 270 journalists in Gaza since October 2023, sharing her personal grief and highlighting their crucial role in documenting events in real time. Zedio founder Mehdi Hasan didn't mince words, fiercely criticizing Western media outlets for their silence on the killings of Palestinian journalists, stating, "Shame on those Western journalists who have said not a word about the mass killing of their Palestinian counterparts." He lauded these journalists as the best of us, documenting their own annihilation, their own starvation, and proving you can't bomb the truth away. The concert, coordinated by Brian Eno and with Palestinian artist Malak Matter as artistic director, ensured that the focus remained squarely on humanitarian relief and the urgent need for solidarity, proving that art can indeed be a powerful catalyst for change. But the voices of advocacy aren't just being heard on stages in London. They're also speaking out against industry snubs. Get ready for Amy Poehler's fiery critique of the Oscars next. From Gaza's reality to media's silence, Mehdi Hasan's powerful speech at Together for Palestine. Amidst the star-studded Together for Palestine concert at London's Wembley Arena, a moment of profound silence fell as journalist Mehdi Hasan took the stage. Addressing a sold-out crowd of 13,000, Hasan delivered a searing indictment of mainstream media's coverage, particularly its failure to acknowledge the devastating loss of Palestinian journalists covering the conflict in Gaza. "We have been lied to, manipulated, misled, gaslit," Hasan declared, his voice resonating with conviction. He directly challenged Western journalists, stating, "Shame on those Western journalists who have said not a word about the mass killing of their Palestinian counterparts. Shame on them." Hasan highlighted the staggering statistic that since October 7, 2023, Israel had killed 270 journalists in Gaza, a strip of land now tragically recognized as the deadliest place for journalists in history. He paid a profound tribute to these fallen reporters, calling them the best of us because they were not merely documenting a war, but documenting their own annihilation, their own starvation, in real time. Hasan's powerful message underscored the resilience of truth, asserting, "They Palestinian journalists have shown the world that you can't bomb the truth away." His speech served as a stark reminder of the media's crucial role and responsibility in reporting on humanitarian crises, urging a critical examination of narrative and a commitment to truth, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. But the conversation around recognition and representation isn't confined to global events. It's also hitting Hollywood's biggest stages. Up next, we're diving into Amy Poehler's epic takedown of the Oscars. Amy Poehler unleashes on the Oscars for snubbing comedy. Get ready, because Amy Poehler is bringing the heat to awards season. The beloved Parks and Recreation star is calling out the Academy Awards, and she's not holding back any punches. On a recent episode of her podcast, Good Hang, with special guest Olivia Colman, Poehler didn't shy away from expressing her frustration with the Oscars' consistent overlooking of comedy films and performers. "Every single year at the Oscars, everybody in comedy gets blanked, and all the serious people get up and accept and accept and accept. It's some hot bulls tea," Poehler exclaimed. She passionately argued that comedy is an incredibly difficult art form, stating, "If you can do comedy, you can do anything. I really do believe that." Even Benedict Cumberbatch, who made a cameo appearance before Poehler's chat with Colman, chimed in, agreeing that comedic talent is immensely versatile. Poehler's critique highlights a long-standing debate in Hollywood about the perceived prestige of dramatic roles versus comedic ones, and she's making a strong case for why laughter deserves just as much recognition as tears on the big screen. It's a bold stance from a comedy legend, and one that's sure to get people talking. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. Don't go anywhere, we've got a lightning round recap and your full call to action coming up next. And that's a wrap on today's headlines. We saw Hollywood stars like Benedict Cumberbatch, Florence Pugh, and Riz Ahmed unite for a powerful Together for Palestine concert, raising millions. We heard the impactful speeches from Yara and Mehdi Hasan, highlighting critical issues. We also heard Amy Poehler's passionate call-out to the Oscars for snubbing comedy. What a show. If you loved this breakdown, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Tom's Spotlight for all your breaking news and analysis, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Don't forget to leave a comment below telling us your thoughts on today's stories, and follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive content. We'll see you in the next one.